This is Feminine Features. The main purpose of this show is to discuss chick flicks. I'm Sullivan.
I'm Jenna Morrissey.
And I'm Winsor, Jewell.
Oh my gosh, look at where we are.
Hello.
We're somewhere.
We're here.
We are in Winsor and Jenna's apartment filming our podcast.
We moved into 3 dimensions.
It's crazy.
You gotta tell me when you start now because we're filming.
It's true.
You just jumped right into it. I was like, oh my god.
I usually go.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
We'll wait for my inhale. Okay. This week we saw Whip It. In order for you to enjoy and understand this podcast, we recommend that you watch before listening. But if you haven't, here's Jenna with some background and a brief synopsis.
Hey. I'm gonna keep talking before we get into it.
Yeah.
We have been on hiatus for a while.
Long time.
Long time. But we got a new couch.
Yeah.
Apartment. Got these lovely mics. You know, now we're our own little studio.
Yeah,
here.
we're independent and
well slightly more.
Relatively.
We're still working with Shishkin Productions.
That's true.
We just do not have the same studio that we had. Yeah.
Welcome to my home. Our home.
Yeah. Welcome. All right. Now let's get into it. So this week we did Whip It. It's a 2009 Searchlight Pictures film. And it's directed by Drew Barrymore. And the screenplay is by Shauna Cross. And Shauna Cross wrote the book that this movie is based off of. And she herself is Maggie Mayhem.
Yes.
Which is cool.
Which is why it's the least punny name in the lineup. It's because it's a real.
Because it's a real roller derby name.
They make a real meal out of the pun names in this one.
Do you guys have a roller derby name? Me and Izzy, my sister and I were trying to come up with names yesterday. The best one I came up with was Barbie Wire.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's
I like
good.
that.
I really liked Payne McKenzie, which really doesn't have any puns in it. I just kind of liked it.
No, that's good.
Yeah, I like that.
That's in the Maggie Mayhem vein.
Yeah.
No, I got nothing. I was thinking about it too, but I got nothing.
Okay. Well, if you come up with something, all right. Shout
Smash
it out.
Ketchum.
Smash Ketchum.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They do have male roller derby, I learned.
Do they?
Yeah, on the Wikipedia.
Jesus Christ, I would get murdered immediately.
Well, no, you'd probably be great at, well, can you skate? Yeah, you can skate.
I can skate. I guess I am gigantic. I forget about that.
Great at that.
I forget about that.
Okay.
You can roller skate, but you can't ride a bike.
Yep. That's what I did instead of riding a bike outside my house in the little cul-de-sac.
Okay, on the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
All right.
And also, he usually stands on 2 legs.
That's true.
Yeah, I do too. I cannot roller skate. Not for my goddamn life.
I would roller skate and my brother would ride his bike, and that's why I think he's better. That's why he thinks he's better than me.
Oh.
Yep.
One of the many reasons.
One of the many reasons.
It's better than
to be fair.
All right. Okay, so this movie stars, we have Elliot Page as Bliss. Oh God, we just talked about how to pronounce the last name.
It's Lavender with a C. Cavender.
Cavender. I keep reading it and going like Cavender.
You're supposed to. I think you're supposed to think of the lavender. It's a very lavender look.
Yeah, Bliss Cavender. Then we have Aaliyah Shawkat as Pash. We have Marcia Gay Harden as Brooke, Bliss's mother.
Woo. Talk about a cast, folks.
I know. And Daniel Stern as Earl.
One of his best performances. Just wonderful.
Then we have Landon Pig as Oliver. Jimmy Fallon as Hot Tub Johnny Rocket.
Easily his greatest film performance.
Yeah,
I
pretty
think
good.
by like a mile.
And we're big critics.
Oh, very much. We're very critical of Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
I have to agree.
But yeah, really, really did enjoy this one for sure. Then we have Kristen Wiig as Maggie Mayhem, based on the writer. Zoe Bell as Bloody Holly. Eve as Rosa Sparks. Drew Barrymore as Smashley Simpson.
Smashley Simpson's good.
Yeah. Well, is that where you got the inspiration for Smash Ketchup?
Yeah, I just stole that.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, it works. We have Andrew Wilson as Razor.
He's good in this. The eldest Wilson brother.
Yes.
Good in this movie.
As soon as you said it, made so much sense.
It's like suddenly you can hear what the accent is.
Yeah. It's like, he's just a Wilson.
He's a Wilson brother.
Oh, that's okay. That's really funny because Izzy kept being like, he sounds like Owen Wilson. I'm like, you're imagining that.
Gaslighting your sister.
That's so funny. Then we have Juliette Lewis as Iron Maiden, star of
greats.
Yellow Jacket.
One of the
Oh, this is it. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't shut up about Yellow
It's
Jackets.
true.
And then we have Harmar Superstar as fight attendance coach. So he's just the coach of another team,
He's like
but he had like a whole
Harmar
stage name,
superstar.
He's like a 2010s, 2000s Austin celebrity, which means I think he got canceled for sexual impropriety, but I have no idea. I think it's just with a group of people that I assume did Harmar Superstar, so I got no proof. But he's just like an old comedy person in the 2000s and 2010s.
All right. Well, let's get into our summary. So Bliss is a 17-year-old high school student in Bodine, Texas. And we first meet her as she's dyeing her hair blue backstage at a beauty pageant. She still manages to win the beauty pageant, but her mom takes her right to the salon to dye it back to brown. And Bliss doesn't seem to love doing the pageants, but we learn that her mom is like a former winner and everything. So that's probably why she's doing it.
I loved the visual of this particular pageant compared to a lot of chick flick pageants that we see, because it was so like lily white, kind of that virginal presentation with these dresses that are like so old style, just like flat gowns.
Yeah, well, it feels less about like are you like super hot, and more like we are preserving like this 50s ideals of womanhood. Yeah.
Yep. And I think that's such a perfect way, and it feels so lived in. And like Drew Barrymore as a director, it seems very pointed to like this is a forced femininity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. So Bliss and her mom go shopping in Austin, and Bliss sees 3 roller derby girls while buying shoes at a head shop.
Yeah, one of those head shops that sell shoes.
Hey,
what?
They exist.
It's just a thrift store that has a section of bongs.
Yeah.
But her mother is like, "You brought me to a head shop?"
Well, it was really
Calls her
reminding
dad
me
to yell at her.
Calls her dad. It's so good.
Yeah.
Well, the people behind the counter are laughing at her.
Yeah, the gay guy behind the counter is absolutely cackling
Yeah.
that she wanted to buy a bong and called it a vase, which I think is just the standard mistake made, and you just go, "Oh, you." But he was really getting at her.
Yeah. They were like, "Yeah, they're great for tulips," or something like mean.
I mean, that's
He's wearing
something
just a
you
tie on a
laugh
t-shirt.
about when she leaves the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Not in front of her face.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But no, it reminded me of the first time my grandmother came to visit me in college. We were eating at a restaurant. She kept looking out the window and she was like, "This store, like these pants, I need to go try them on. Like I need them." And I was like, okay. The name of the store was Heady Teddy's. It's also a head shop and a sex shop.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And my grandfather was like mortified in there.
It's hilarious.
So Bliss, she sees the roller derby girls, and her and her friend Pash end up going to the roller derby. And after talking to one of the team members, Bliss decides to try out, but she lies and says she's 22, which will come back. More
believable than 21, which is the logic I always used.
Yeah.
For when my friends got fake IDs, like you can't just be 21.
Right.
But I have no idea if that helped or not, because you still look young. It's probably a bad piece of advice.
It's not like she was really selling it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She does make the cut for one of the teams called the Hurl Scouts, and they don't win a lot, but they don't care either.
I think they've never won.
Never won.
Established.
Oh, never won. Okay. Bliss has to lie to her parents to be able to do this, and she says the reason she's changing her work schedule is so she can take an SAT class. The Hurl Scouts lose until their coach Razor pays the other team to use one of their plays because they never use it. They never use their plays themselves. And once they like see how well those plays work, they start winning a lot more. While getting more and more involved with the scene, Bliss also starts hanging out with this guy in a band named Oliver.
Who's definitely
Who cares?
an adult and not a minor.
Yeah. He's at least 21. We know that. And we know
Is
she's
he?
17. Well, he's buying beer, I assume.
Yeah, he is at the alcohol-related party. Yeah, I mean, they specifically...
Well, the party is at someone's house.
Yeah.
Do we ever see him at a bar?
Specifically never say, which to me says he's an adult.
Yeah, they do never say. It's like very, very odd. Because, I'd love to give the benefit of the doubt and be like, well, he's probably just like 19. But
I don't feel the need to give the benefit of the doubt just because I think the relationship plays as a 17-year-old dating an adult.
Yeah.
Like, not like a older one, but like a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Is how I think it plays out. So like it feels very, and especially again from Drew Barrymore, and it's from like an autobiography. It feels like very down to earth from the 17-year-old's perspective.
Yeah.
And it feels like almost the conflict is a little bit truncated. Because, but I thought it was actually quite a good exploration of that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, with Elliot Page playing this role too, it's also like I mean, like obviously retrospectively, it's like I'm putting my own opinions on it, but I'm also like, I don't want this to work out, and it makes sense to me that he's much older than her, and that's part of why this isn't working.
Yeah, I mean, it's well,
she never also tells him. She does come clean at some point.
That's
to
true.
Everyone else that she's 17, but we never see her say that to him.
And they're not like, weren't you dating a 25-year-old guy?
Yeah.
So maybe that's a good sign that it wasn't that crazy.
So I don't know. They don't have to like be like, I am 22 and this is not okay. Like they don't have to spell it out like that.
No,
for me, but
I think it gets to an emotional truth without getting bogged down in a plot of like putting him in jail.
Yeah. Well, they have sex, and she gives him her striper t-shirt before he goes on tour. Bliss also meets Iron Maiden, Juliette Lewis, looking fucking amazing in this movie, distractingly so. And she's a member of the Holy Rollers, and Iron Maiden really just antagonizes her. Bliss's parents finally find out about the roller derby when the warehouse has where they have their matches gets raided, and Pash gets arrested for having an open container. Bliss kind of runs away from home at that point, and she goes to live with Maggie Mayhem. And she called Oliver and Pash, but neither of them picked up. And she ends up going home after seeing a picture of another girl wearing her striper t-shirt on Oliver's band's website. And I love that it's 2009, so like it's all still websites. It's where you find everything.
And she like has to go to the
like, wow,
high school computer room.
Yeah, she's going to her high school computer room to look up, which like they're really good at updating their website, huh?
Yeah, as a band,
with new pictures
on the tour. Good for them.
Yeah. So after being confronted by Iron Maiden and getting busted by her parents, Bliss ends up telling her team that she is 17, and she doesn't go back to the roller derby because she's like in trouble at home. And she has to worry about this pageant because now we have a real High School Musical situation here.
Oh my gosh.
The final pageant and the roller derby championships are on the same day.
I gotta say, this is my favorite person finding that out situation, because instead of being like, this is the important plot point, she like reads the calendar and is like, no fucking way, like by herself, you know, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
As like it's an internal minor thing of being like, God damn it, I got this problem.
Right.
Instead of being like, oh no, and the whole team's like, oh no, what are you gonna do?
Right.
You know?
Right. So Bliss's dad, we're back to websites. Bliss's dad decides to look up the roller derby online, and he sees that Bliss as Babe Ruthless is basically the poster child for the league now. And on the day of the pageant, her dad convinces her mom to allow her to go, and she does reluctantly. But Earl went and picked up the entire like team of Hurl Scouts and brought them to the pageant to pick up Bliss and then brought them all back. Before the final match, Bliss sees Oliver and breaks up with him. His age and their age difference remain unknown. And then the championship commences, and it's a really cool sequence, I thought. And the Hurl Scouts end up losing, but they're still so happy. And they chant, "We are number 2," which we see them do throughout the movie. And Bliss and her mom talk, and they mostly like agree to disagree over roller derby. They're like, we'll stop fighting about this. As her mom was basically like, I accept, that this is what you want to do. I don't really like it, but, I'll accept it.
I really like Marcia Gay Harden's performance in that it feels like a temporary dislike, where she's just like, all right, fucking fine.
Yeah.
And like,
it's quite realistic.
Yeah. Where she's like, all right, and obviously I'm behind you, but like, I'm fucking.
Yeah.
Like, she's not like excited.
Yeah.
I really liked their dynamic, parent and child.
Yeah. It was good. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's
all right.
the end of the movie.
Classic Rocky ending.
No, that's Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Awesome. Physical humor.
Mm-hmm.
So fun to do that now. Okay. Themes. I originally wrote "Follow Your Bliss," and I was like, I can't with
Nice.
Sully.
It's a pun-heavy movie.
Yeah, that is kind of what they're getting at, and I'm not convinced that that's not why she's called Bliss.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, follow your bliss, follow your passion, especially if it's something that makes you feel, accepted and more like yourself. And is it queer coded?
Deeply.
Oh,
I mean,
my
gosh.
we were talking about this last night, me and Jenna. It's almost explicitly a queer narrative.
Yeah.
And
except that it's not explicitly a queer narrative.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is bizarre. I was comparing it to like, it feels like a 60s or 70s movie that has all this queer coding, but a heterosexual love interest. So it's discussing queer issues, but it can't use queer people.
Yeah.
Except it's 2009.
Just
make them gay.
Glee is on Fox. Like,
yeah.
And obviously not everybody who does.
This is a Fox movie too.
That's true. Searchlight, well, they're fancy. But it's not like every single woman who does roller derby is gay.
Right.
But some of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to only have it be Eve and the other team's player sitting in the hot tub arm in arm while Jimmy Fallon's harassing them is the only like gay representation. It just feels like from a previous era, like, and I'm sorry, but Elliot Page's performance is like kind of gay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when the 3, blue-haired roller derby chicks roll into that thrift shop, and Elliot Page is like, oh my God, who are they?
Literally.
What are they doing? How do I see more of them? And you're like, oh, why? Because you want to have fun? Like, clearly this is a gay thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
and Alia Shawkat and Elliot Page, being that close is like, well, I'm not supposed to read into this? I think I must.
Well, to me, there's that scene where they she opens her locker and there's the 2 Barbies like tied together, and she and Elliot Page and Elliot Shawkat look at it, and like to me it read as, yeah, we are lesbians, but not with each other.
Yeah, right.
Like bottoms.
Exactly.
Okay,
it was like because a different movie could be like, we are not lesbians, but to them it was just like, we gotta just go push this girl. Like, you can't be doing that.
But also they clearly have this very close, nigh codependent relationship, and when they are in a fight, Pash is so sexually frustrated that she just starts making out with their other coworker.
Well, that's true.
As an outlet.
Birdman.
Okay. All right.
To me, it feels nigh textual, but then why isn't it?
Yeah.
Why do I gotta guess?
Yeah.
It's not 1996 anymore.
Yeah.
So true.
I would love to talk to Drew about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew's character wears like the thigh high rainbow socks too, you know?
and the rainbow highlights.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I'm looking for wherever all these straight women are hanging out. In my experience,
Yeah.
these women are not straight.
Yeah. Well, they're like consistently like, we do not like men. We kind of like all of our rage sort of comes from men, and like we have a hot tub Johnny, which we call, and we don't let him in his own hot tub.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll like go out for drinks. We're not inviting our coach. It's like, yeah.
It seemed bizarre that there wasn't at least a more explicitly gay character. Like Eve wasn't like explored as a out lesbian in Austin, Texas in 2009.
Yeah. No, for sure. The way that Aaliyah Shawkat delivers "Will there be cute boys there" when they're first talking about going to the roller derby, it was so funny to me because like she can't even like really take that line seriously.
No, literally.
It sounds like she's like it's like if I were to be like, "Will there be cute boys there?" It's like
sure. Well, like I had assumed it was a queer narrative. Like I assumed it was a movie that involved a queer like subplot. And then when Ali Shawkat says that line, I was like legitimately confused.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
This movie has a heterosexuality problem. And then you got that freaking pedophile that she's dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay, so yeah. Following your passion, standing up for yourself, you know, being you. Bliss starts the movie very meek, and then she learns through roller derby to stand up for herself. I like that it's kind of reflected in like her very passive father. I think that's cool. And there's a lot of talk about like heroes in this movie. She starts off talking about how if she could have dinner with anyone, it would be Amelia Earhart. And then moves on.
Right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? I thought that was a breadcrumb on being gay.
Well, her dyeing her hair blue before going on stage to me is like
crazy.
No, you're not.
No, this is. I was looking at the reviews on Letterboxd. Every single one was could have been gayer. Could have been gayer.
Could have been gayer.
Yeah. And like it's an extremely gay movie, and it's like there's a lot of like gas on the queerness.
Yeah.
Who's on the brakes here? That's what I'm concerned.
Well,
like confused about. Just repression?
I feel like the environment calls for queerness.
Yeah.
Maybe the book only had straight characters.
Well, that's what I went. That's what I was like.
Drew is not a gay person. Was like, okay, I'm just gonna adapt the book. And why the book would be that way? There's any, or maybe like right.
Yeah.
The world that this is depicting is less queer than the trappings that they are purposely putting on the film of roller derby.
Yeah.
That are quite queer.
I gotta
That's
say,
fair,
I don't know enough about roller derby to say that.
Oh, I do.
It would make a lot of sense if there were a lot of gay people in
there
roller
are.
derby. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I had the same question, and so I was looking at the Goodreads review of the book to see if there was the same could have been gayer.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most people just didn't like the book.
Oh.
So there was not really a lot of, from what I assume it was not textually or like subtextually gay.
Okay.
And then the movie just was like, yeah, we're gonna just cast a bunch of queer people in it and like hope it comes out straight.
Yep.
But yeah, so Amelia Earhart, she's talking about her, and then by the end of the movie, she's talking about her mom, and she says, "The person I admire most is my mother because she's a fighter." And I just like, I like that this movie is doing the work to like talk about how like femininity and womanhood is not about like being weak, and it is, even if you're like a pageant winner like her mom is, strong and you fight, and like those two things can exist together. But yeah, her mom, and I think this is kind of like the crux of it. Her mom says, "What do you think the world thinks of those girls with all their tattoos?"
World thinks they're gay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like maybe that was it, is like we just don't want to like, we want her mom to be like, I'm anti-tattoo, instead of her mom being like homophobic. Maybe that's why it's not gayer.
It just yeah,
I don't know.
The movie feels like it's in the closet.
Oh, it is. It literally is. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, and so like this idea of like we live our lives for other people is like so messed up. And like, you know, that's why her mom like asking her at the end, like, please don't do the pageant for me, do it for you. And then her like Bliss still doing the pageant for her mom. It's like this is what it's all about. You gotta do what you want to do. You know?
Yeah. You can't just be pleasing your mother all your life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I just want to talk about her mom saying the pretty part doesn't last forever. You got to make the most of it while you can. And her being like, Mom, you're still really pretty. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. And her immediately being
gorgeous.
like, don't be sarcastic. Yeah. Just like immediate dismissal, not believing it.
Oh, yeah. Talk about realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, you spend your whole life trying to like appease other people, and you never like you for you. You're going to end up older and like frustrated. Yeah, and trying to live vicariously through your kids. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of all I got for themes. I'm just gonna talk about some things that I didn't love about the movie. It took me a very long time to understand what Iron Maiden's motivation was. I was like, why does she just kind of like hate this girl out the gate? Like, what does she do? And like, I do think you get a satisfactory enough answer at the end. It's like, oh, she's threatened by her.
Yeah.
But I did not find I don't know. It was fine. I was just kind of unclear on it for a while. I was just like, I mean,
that was kind of the only thing it could be.
Yeah.
Was that she felt threatened.
Yeah.
I like how it did end up really feeling like her issue was that she applied to this adult recreational sport league too young.
That too, yeah.
Like at the end of the day, she's like, you know, I did this at 30, which again, I'm in a recreational gay, you know, LGBTQ sports league.
Yeah.
And people join at 31 and they're like, oh, good, I found community.
Literally.
And like to have that be something that could be threatened. Like here I am in a community that's my own for the first time and I'm being celebrated. And now that's going to be taken from me by some straight kid.
But
yeah. Sure. Yeah.
We have a straight friend in our LGBTQ sports league.
I know.
Hey, we know.
We know.
I've seen the faces melt on the older gay competitors. I understand where Iron Maiden's coming from.
Someone should throw a French fry at John.
But she had a problem with Bliss before Bliss revealed her age, or like Iron Maiden found out about her age.
That's true.
But at the end of the day, it did seem to be like you're 17, you just shouldn't be here.
But she moves from just kind of like school bully, welcome to the team, like throwing Elliot Page in the hot tub.
Right.
Is not like the meanest villainous thing to do.
No, it's honestly,
kind of school bully. It's kind
I thought it was more like hazing.
Literally, it's more like hazing. And she moves to this villainous role only when learning Bliss's age.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But she said she wasn't even gonna like snitch on her.
There's so much of like the shoving her in the locker.
Yeah.
Throwing the
but definitely like
French fry on her.
To me, sports rivalry, we are in a specifically physical, violent, and competitive league. You know?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of that read to me.
Yeah.
And downright like to the food fight being a fun thing for most of the Hurl Scouts.
Yeah.
Like to me, it doesn't feel like camp where they're getting bullied by the rich kids. It feels more like our hobby is inherently violent and competitive, and this is a part of it.
Yeah.
Like so we're enjoying this behavior.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it's like just part of the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then I don't love the use of she-males in this movie, which was used one time. But
right.
Obviously, Do not be saying that. Yeah, that's what I got. You guys got anything else?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, cool. We'll move on to what this movie meant to me. Okay, so the second time I watched this movie, I believe, was just like a perfect experience. I was at a ultimate Frisbee championship in Iowa. I had been invited as a sophomore, which was pretty cool because I was one of 4 sophomores who was invited to go. 2 of them were on the team, but 2 of us were like invited to move up to varsity for that weekend. So I'm like playing a gay little sport with like all day long with a bunch of like my wonderful teammates. And me and the other 3 sophomore girls had to share a hotel room, and they had a math test or homework or something that was like quite involved. But as we mentioned in our last episode, I was in calculus. So I was in a higher level math. So I was not in the same math class as them. So I didn't have this huge math test or homework or whatever it was. So they all left the hotel room to do their homework, and I turned on the TV and Whip It had just started, and I went, fucking perfect. I want to watch a sports movie right now while I'm at the sports tournament.
Of course.
And I had a coach at the time who was similar in some ways to this coach. He was not as like weirdly aggressive, or I don't really know how to describe this coach, but my coach was like a high school varsity girls Frisbee coach. He would always say, if we couldn't keep track of the score, he would always say the score is fun to fun, which was excellent.
I'm a fan of that.
It just means go fucking play and win.
Right.
Don't worry about what it is right now.
Yeah.
Keep scoring points and having fun. He would always say that. He didn't wear jean shorts every day like this guy, but he would wear those pants with a zip at the knee so you can turn them into shorts. He would wear that every day. He'd wear a man bun, and he'd have a fanny pack with a speaker in it. Fucking,
it's iconic, kind of.
He was very iconic.
The vision.
He was a wonderful coach, and you know, we won championships, so that was fun.
Nice.
But yeah, it was just a great time to watch this movie. And then, you know, I love how gay this movie is, even though it's not as explicit as it should be.
But you feel it.
It's very clear. Yeah, and I appreciate seeing Elliot Page in a movie about challenging gender roles. I looked a little bit to see if he said anything about like what this experience meant to him. But he did not say very, like, in the interviews that I saw, he didn't really say too much about this movie specifically. He said that the film should be more queer because roller derby is.
Yeah.
Well,
glad we're all on the same page there.
For as much as it seems to be like a clear queer narrative in a sexuality sense, it could also quite easily be read as a trans narrative.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
In a similar vein of finding community. And to me, what really hits me is the running away from home in rural Texas. Like,
yeah.
Who's mostly doing that? Trans and queer youth. You know?
Yeah.
There were a couple lines, and I wish I like wrote down what they were because I do not remember. But I was watching, and I'd be like, "Oh, spoken like a true trans man." Like, that's a little on the nose, actually. I don't know.
Yeah. And going to live in Austin, that's real.
I mean,
that's real queer coded.
How about I know one person who lives in Austin, and it is in fact a trans man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. That's everything I have.
Yeah.
Cool. What I'm gonna highlight on this particular film is the performances. Juliette Lewis, one of our greatest actors here, given and almost too small of a role, but I mean, isn't every single one she's ever done too small?
So true.
And she is like right in the character. I just love how much her face moves when she acts, and she gets so many characters that are built for that. And this in particular, or maybe she doesn't, and she turns them into great characters because she's the one playing them. And this movie is an example of that to me. Elliot Shawkat, I felt underused after Arrested Development.
So true.
And this is a great example of why that's the case, because she's so good in this film. Elliot Page, of course, always a touch uncomfortable on the roller skates, but in those scenes with Marcia Gay Harden, just absolutely electric. Marcia Gay Harden, one of our great actors who had a great reoccurring Law & Order SVU character with a similar Southern accent.
Her name's like Dana something. She's undercover.
Exactly. Similar Southern accent when she's playing some sort of racist.
Yeah, she like plays a Nazi, but not a Nazi.
No, she's an undercover Nazi.
As a Nazi.
Mm-hmm. And
it's really something.
And I think her performance is incredible. Drew, I gotta give it up on the casting. I think Andrew Wilson's fantastic. And that character is very singular, and I like a lot because of the competitive recreational sport. I mean, again, we play a recreational softball league, and there are people that play angry at something and don't make it other people's problem. Like this character, and at one point he's like in a cast and you're not really sure why.
Yeah. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, it's just like clearly something fucking happened to this dude, and everybody's like, clearly something fucking happened to this dude, but we don't really care. And he doesn't make it anybody's problem. But and I feel like there's people I play with that all the time that are just like relatively quiet or like intense, and you just don't really know why. And I thought that this specifically that performance is excellent. I got to give it up as a directorial debut for Drew Barrymore. I think a lot of really, really excellent work with actors in a way that you typically see actors unable to do in their debut feature. But also as a sports movie, well edited, very forward.
Love those POV shots.
Zoe Bell, I believe is the name of the stunt woman who's playing the Australian Hurl Scout.
Oh, yes, I believe so.
And that's a great casting choice. That also means that you have a stunt performer regularly up in front in all of those sports sequences. And I think it's very kinetic for a directorial debut from an actor. All in all, incredibly impressive. And I love a sports movie. I appreciate a rocky ending. Yeah, I mean, I always love when we do sports movies. I love obscure sports specifically.
Hell yeah.
So when they broke down the scoring system at the beginning, I was like, perfect. This is what I need. And I was in.
Yeah.
Man, I love a sports movie.
Yeah.
Selena, who was previously on this podcast, my cousin's wife, is a roller derby announcer in Queens.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Is she still doing that?
Well, once the baby's old enough to, feed itself 3, I don't know, watch after itself, be left home alone, she'll be back at it.
Once the baby's old enough to feed itself at 3.
3, whatever, like a month from now.
They can feed them
Its first birthday is
they
next
can't
week.
Cook.
No.
So funny.
No.
They can have yogurt.
Exactly. Yeah, but she said as soon as she can, she'll be back at it.
Awesome.
So we got to go.
We do have to go. Yeah.
We do. Yeah, I've never been to the roller derby. But I want to. My grandmother always really loved roller derby and always told me that she thought I'd be really good at it.
Let's go.
And Winsor, I said that to Winsor last night, and he said, "Oh, she clocked you." I was like, I don't actually know. I don't think so, but so yeah, watching it, this is a sport I would get into. If only I knew how to skate. I never really mastered it. I went to many, many roller skating parties in middle and high school because we lived near 2 massive ones.
Guptill's shout out.
Guptill's shout out. Isn't that one of the biggest or something?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty huge. We knew a lot of kids really knew how to skate.
Yeah. I hated those fucking birthday parties.
Yeah.
I hated getting an invite and being like, it's at Guptill's? No. So yeah, can't skate. But really think the movie was super fun. My college roommate came down to visit and we watched it together. And we absolutely loved it. This is a movie that I wish we had on DVD. And this is what I don't like about streaming right now. I have a lot of complaints lately. And one of them is the bonus features. You know,
Yeah.
like I would love to see the deleted scene on how Razor, messed up his knee or whatever. Like there's parts that feel like there could be more there, and I want to see them. But yeah, I loved this movie. Absolutely loved it. I was also on a team that never won. My Quidditch team, my college Quidditch team, never won a game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
I thought you guys were good.
Sully, please, thank
Why?
you.
No, I just assumed, I guess. I think highly of my friends.
No. Yeah. No. I won Defensive Player of the Year on a team that never won. But,
Wait.
it was a good time.
She
and
was
that's
better than everybody else.
Yeah, apparently.
Defensive player. It's not that I'm better. It's that I'm willing to throw myself in front of a 6'5" man. Like I can take him down.
Which is
I couldn't,
the
but I
value of
certainly tried. So yeah, I love like full contact sports. Like I love, I don't know. So I do think this would be a good sport for me. But
100%.
again, the skating, a real barrier. But yeah, loved this. Ate it up.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's hear what the critics thought. The AV Club, Scott Tobias said, Barrymore's presence behind the camera suggests more calculation than vision. Like a lot of actors who direct, she tends to the performances, but her style never rises above bland proficiency.
Which I think is perfect for a sports film.
Yeah.
I think good choice of source material for an actor's debut, directorial debut. Although I guess it didn't get her much subsequent work because it felt so programmy. But I think it was still a smart choice.
Yeah. Okay, he says about Barrymore, her take on the small town South is hayseed provincial. Sure. He was like talking about Porky's or whatever the
the diner,
whatever it's called. A little on the nose, but it didn't take me out of it.
Just like fully realistic too. Like it reminded me of small towns in upstate New York. I can't imagine they don't exist in Texas.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I mean, the movie does have a little bit of the it's 2009 and we're a little bit quirky curse.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely had like an indie, like
the Diablo Cody radiation coming off of
exactly
it. But luckily they stay focused on the Marcia Gay Harden and not the cute quirky shit.
Yeah.
With small town stuff, and mostly it just feels like there's a lot of energy between Elliot Page and Alia Shawkat. A lot of feelings. A lot of
feelings that can't be talked about in Bodine, Texas, perhaps.
Platonic feelings, maybe. A lot of energy there, but that's usually what it comes off of instead of being like, we're so quirky, we're so different. It's such a small town. We got to get out of here. Austin's so weird. They do like so little of that.
Yeah, that's true.
I was very touched by the old woman with the dyed hair because my grandmother towards the ends of her life dyed her hair purple. And everybody would come up to her and be like, you're so fucking cool. And she's like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
that is.
So nice. I was touched by that. Yeah. So I think it was actually like a very good finger on the pulse, but you could feel it. You could feel the quirkiness coming out, and especially in like the roller derby stuff with like, I think that's what like Jimmy Fallon thought he was doing.
Well, they even say,
maybe
I don't know what Jimmy Fallon thought he was doing.
I think he was doing a good performance, possibly.
I thought so too, but
as himself.
Hey, yeah.
Well, I don't know. It is like an alt scene, you know,
literally. Yeah.
And I thought it was funny when they were talking about like the jobs that all the girls had.
Yeah.
Like Smashley Simpson, she's a cashier at Whole Foods. I was like, yeah, of course. Where does everyone else work? Hot Topic? Like what other jobs could they possibly have right now?
English teachers. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I also love that line. Are you alternative now? And Elliot Page goes, alternative to what? And I'm like, fucking got her.
Yeah, it felt very realistic in a way that the Diablo Cody stuff I think purposely doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Scott Tobias says, Whippet always seems a beat or two behind the action on every front. The jokes, the drama, and even the brutal stiff arm takedowns all fall a little flat, which I have to disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
But he does say it's virtually impossible to hate the film.
Yeah, of course.
So true.
Yeah.
It's really, it's just good. I don't know.
Such charming performances, such earnest characters. Yeah. It's great. I mean, it, I guess, drags in the back half. Well, it's not mathematically formulaic. in its sports movie setup.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not like we have to win the big game.
It has like a section that's sports heavy, and then it has a section that's not sports heavy that really deals with the characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it as a break from form. But I can see where a reviewer being like, here's the new roller derby movie, would be like, why am I in the 8th consecutive scene of seeing Marcia Gay Harden look upset?
Yeah.
But I loved it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Roger Ebert says, Whip It is an unreasonably entertaining movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paige and the other actresses, some of them real derby stars, do almost all their own skating.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
I watched an interview where Drew Barrymore said the cast spent 1 month in derby camp before they started shooting. And yeah, like when watching, it's clear that they're actually doing the stuff.
You can tell. I mean, Elliot Page looks like uniquely nervous on the skates,
Yeah.
but is like still doing jumps and shit.
I think it is a sport that, has people who do work day jobs. And so like it even feels a little realistic that it's like, yeah, this is the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
They just went to
Right.
derby camp for a month and that's about their abilities.
It's not fucking Iton yet.
No.
They're not doing shit that's
Yeah.
impossible for anybody else.
Yeah.
They're like a rec sports league.
Yeah.
And I think for actors, incredible work.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. He says about Elliot Page, fearless, completely in command of her gifts, and will be around for a long time. Yes.
True.
Very cool of Elliot Page to say yes to this movie and like learn how to roller skate.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
And to me, it's such in opposition to the Juno role,
Sure.
and it feels almost more full and total. But we'll talk about Juno on a different day.
Yeah, sure. He says the movie is miles more intelligent than most of the cream of wheat marketed to teenage girls. Funnier, more exciting, even liberating.
Because
And
it's
I have to
not
agree,
like
but
other girl
we don't
movies.
have to take down girls, Robert.
Because it's not like
True.
other girls'
Yeah.
movies.
True. That's true. But I do like Roger noting the positives of the movie as compared to the other reviewers. But it is right that he's always like, the teen drivel's so repetitive.
Yeah.
And so, which I never appreciate. So I guess this is just the other side of that.
Yeah. All right. He says, in her debut as director, Barrymore shows she must have been paying attention ever since Spielberg cast her when she was 5. So he liked Barrymore.
Cool.
Yeah.
As long as Roger agrees with me and his only error is that he doesn't like more chick flicks.
Other movies.
Well, that's what we keep coming back to.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Hey, I love to criticize him, but this time he seems like he's
Yeah.
pretty much on the straight and narrow.
Well, because he agrees with us.
Yeah.
And that's when he's right.
That's because he's the best ever. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the impact on the genre. Do we consider it a chick flick? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's literally about womanhood and its trappings.
It's about fighting with your mom.
And
Yeah.
hey, if that's not womanhood, what is?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think it's about that. I think it's
Chick flick for
I think it's a
sure.
chick flick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I got
They
no
don't
argument there.
They don't invite the coach for drinks.
Yeah. True. Yeah, and we're so disinterested in most of the men in this movie. Like this guy she's in love with.
The best guy in
He's
the
got a
film is
band?
her dad.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And his whole thing is that he's avoidant,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I think is a really
Literally.
good character trait for a dad to have in a movie. And I feel like we see so many bad chick flick dads that are just this character to an 11, or the mom character to an 11, where you're like, now why is everybody forgiving each other? It doesn't make any sense. And this to me is such a realistic
Yeah.
approach to that relationship
Yeah.
in a way that feels full, and I just loved it.
Yeah.
But also they just write out the number one male character and the boyfriend
Yeah.
in the middle of the movie, and you're like, thank God. Which how many movies do that where they drop the love interest and you're like, good.
Yeah.
I love how they, speaking of queer coded,
Mhm.
her breaking up with him and kissing him and slapping him in the face. I'm like, that girl's confused.
Literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was reading some reviews, and apparently there are 2 other roller derby movies that came out in the 70s, 72, Kansas City Bomber and Unholy Roller, which are cool. I
Yeah.
watched yeah, I'm glad that we got those.
Unholy Roller, and the other team in this movie was the Holy Rollers.
Sounds very interesting to me. You say there's 70s sports B movies.
Yeah.
Do you think the Unholy Roller maybe cast a Playboy bunny to be their star?
I think both of these are sexploitation movies, and
I think Kansas City Bomber is okay. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Well, actually,
I don't know. Well, I think there was some.
I don't know. I think I do remember seeing in the trailer. They're like a movie about sex.
Yeah.
Like explicitly.
Yeah. This movie had a little bit of a leering aspect, part of the curse of straightness on this film. It felt like not the male gaze. But to me, it was more like the trappings and history of roller derby as this kind of men go and be like, whoa, fishnets. Like they're always talking about that.
Yeah.
And to me, because when I was growing up and there was roller derby in Albany, I went a couple times. It was such a queer thing that I never really saw it as like isn't it hot to see women hit each other?
Right.
Yeah.
So that, to me, when that popped up in this movie, I was like, oh, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that is how Jimmy Fallon's so great in this is he just seems like a fucking doofus. And especially him being like, wow, so hot. And then at the after party, like, hi, ladies. And it's just like, yeah.
It's like, I really am just not a Jimmy Fallon fan. And I feel like this movie is great for people who don't like Jimmy Fallon.
It's so true.
But are still able to be like, yeah, you did pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because he's like a like straightforwardly unlikable character.
He is.
And it's just like, yeah, I'll watch him be unlikable. That's how I feel about him.
But yeah.
Oh, I was just saying, when he first showed up in the movie, like he's in silhouette at first and you can't really see his face. And my friend and I was like, who is that? That sounds so familiar. And she was like, that sounds like Jimmy Fallon. And I was like, I don't think so. Like, that doesn't look like Jimmy Fallon. And then the light came on and I freaked out.
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding? He does movies?
Yeah. It feels like he's supposed to be like too famous for this movie, but he's not, and that's why it's one of his only good acting roles is because it doesn't treat him like he's a fucking artifact.
Yeah.
He's like actually given a character.
Yeah.
But yeah, the schoolgirl outfits on the Holy Rollers, the Girl Scout shit.
I think they do work in this movie to be like, we're not really dressing up for the audience here.
Yeah.
I think they're like, if you feel good about yourself, you're gonna be more confident.
Yeah, and of course, and because of the queerness seemingly of the story and the independent and being like, I'm a person who got into a sport in my 30s, that's all very much like this is for us.
Yeah.
And that's why it feels incongruous to me with the kind of sexualization superstructure of the league in a way that doesn't even ring true to me from my experience with the sport.
Yeah.
And that just, so whenever that came up, I was just like, huh,
Yeah, for sure. We talked about this is Drew Barrymore's directorial debut. Never got another one, so
yeah. Which I'm
this is good stuff though.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised by. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one scene where I was like, it does not feel like these two characters are in the same room though.
What scene? What one?
I think it's when the first time they're yelling, we're number 2. The team is in one frame and then the coach is in the other. And I'm like,
yeah,
like, have them stand across from each other when they deliver lines. What happened here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, especially post talk show, and clearly she's gone through a lot in the last decade. I would very much be interested in seeing her direct again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do female sports movies this
love sports movies.
Season, yes.
Season 10.
Season 10.
Season X.
I'm not really sure why I decided to do this one first because it doesn't we're not doing chronological order. But whatever, we're gonna just do this one.
Great.
I think I have not seen a lot of female sports movies. Like, there have just not been any that have been widely popular, widely seen since this movie came out, which is extremely unfortunate, but it's 2009. It's when, when they're killing the chick flick.
Sports movies in general are on a decline, and especially with chick flicks on a decline. I mean, yeah, compared to like the 90s. Like they don't make baseball movies anymore. They're more recently they're doing it like in the same way they're trying to bring us to chick flick, but but they are starting with male-led sports movies.
Yeah.
And most of them are like feel-good stories as opposed to like your general like here's a team of kids playing a sport. But yeah, they never disappeared, but they definitely went to only male ones.
Yeah.
For a long period of time.
Yeah.
But like in the 90s, they were all over the fucking place.
I can't even think of any sports movies. So
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything I got.
We didn't mention earlier, but we're filming this for YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys should follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Look at our faces.
Watch us. Yeah.
And our funny act outs. Ooh.
Yeah, do that. Cool. Well, thanks everyone. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you to Atlas Renee for art, Shishkin Productions for distribution, Brianna Harley for music, and next week we're going to be watching the Cheetah Girls.
Yes.
Follow us on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and Letterboxd at FemFeaturesPod.